They are taking your name to where forces gather, and it is fueled by jealousy. The first time you heard the rumor, you laughed. People said your own relative had been speaking about you in places they would never admit existed. They said your name kept coming up whenever they gathered to complain about why your life refused to fall apart. You thought it was just another story until something happened that made you stop laughing. One evening, someone had not spoken to someone you had not spoken to in years called you within a shocking voice. I don't know if you will remember me, they said, but I I can't keep quiet anymore. What they planned against you was never because you hurt them. It was because they could not understand why, no matter what they did, you kept moving forward. You stayed silent. Then they continued. They were jealous, not because you were rich, not because you were famous, but because you carried peace while they carried bitterness. Every small achievement you celebrated became a reason for another meeting. When you bought something for yourself, they said you were showing off. When you stayed quiet, they called you proud. When you helped others, they claimed you wanted attention. Nothing you did was ever enough. The caller explained that every family gathering somehow found its way back to your name. Someone would ask, why is everything working for them? Another would answer, something must be done. Instead of celebrating your progress, they spent hours discussing how to stop it. What hurt the most was discovering that some of those voices belonged to people you had defended for years. You remembered lending money that was never returned. You remember opening your home to people who had nowhere to go. You remember sacrificing your own comfort so others could survive. Yet those same people sat together, smiling in your face during the days while security, hoping your life would collapse. For weeks, you questioned yourself. You wondered if you had unknowingly offended someone. You replayed conversation in your mind. You apologized for things that were never your fault. Then one day, the same person who called you sent one final message. Stop blaming yourself. Their problems their problems was never your behavior. Your peace reminded them of the storms inside their own hearts. Those words changed everything. You stopped chasing people's approval. You stopped explaining every decision you made. You stopped forcing relationships that only survived because you kept fixing them. The strange thing was not the strange thing was that once you became silent, everything around them began to change. The people who spent years discussing your downfall started facing problems they could not solve. Their friendship turned into argument. Their business struggled. The people they trusted disappointed them. For the first time, they realized that spending years focusing on someone else's life had caused them to neglect their own life. Months later, one of them finally came to see you. There was no angry words, no accusation, just tears. They admitted they had listened to people whose hearts were filled with jealousy. They confessed they had judged you without ever asking for your own side of the story. One sentence stayed with you forever. We wasted so much time trying to stop you that we forgot to build our own life. You looked at them and realized something. Jealousy never destroys, it triggered first. It destroyed the person carrying it first. Because while they spend their days watching someone else's blessings, they forget to water their own dreams. That was the lesson hidden beneath everything. You never needed revenge. Time revealed the truth. better than any argument could ever do. And if this story feels strangely familiar, if you have ever wondered why someone or some people seem determined to misunderstand you, if you have ever been blamed for simply growing while others stayed the same, remember this: sometimes the battle was never about what you did, it was about what life reminded them they could have been if they had chosen love over jealousy. So keep moving forward. Protect your peace. Do not waste your energy trying to convince people who have already decided to see you through the tears of envy, because the greatest victory is not proving them wrong. It is living a life so peaceful that even those who once walked against you are forced to admit they were fighting the wrong person. And before you go, if you enjoy real life story that reveal the hidden truth people rarely talk about, subscribe now. Every day there is another powerful story waiting for you, one that might speak directly into your own life. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Love you and God bless you.